This is Super Saiyan 7 Cinders. Today I'm bringing to you a new deck build. It is one of two Dragunity builds I've been working on putting together. This one revolves somewhat around the cyberdarks, going along with the Dragunities. For monsters, there are 22 monsters, and so there's 18 spells and traps, so this is exactly a 40 card deck. I could expand my spells and traps a tad bit, mostly looking at adding maybe one more spell, a heavy storm. We'll get to that. So for monsters, my big guys, I've got two Malefic Cyber Ends. Of course, given this is Dragunities, I make big use of the field spell Dragon Ravine. Given I'm going with this machine sort of backing secondary level thing here, I've got the field spell, I might as well throw them in. And then I've got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. They come in handy largely for draw power, but they're also good when you fuse for them, or just if I can bring them out to the field as they are. Then my Dragunity monsters, I've got 3 Legionnaire, 3 Ducks, 2 Eccles, and 1 Phalanx. Then I have 2 Cyber Edge. There's 2 Cyberdark Edge, 2 Cyberdark Keel, and 2 Cyberdark Horns. For my Cyberdarks, 2 of each. I decided to try these out because they pull out a dragon from the graveyard to equip. So, just like I can equip my Dragunity Dragon Tuners for my graveyard with my Phalanx, or with my Ducks or my Legionnaire, I can do so with my Cyberdark Horns, which makes them great to grab the Eccles. And then, because of the effect of the Cyberdarks, when they get attacked, they can tribute the they can destroy the equip instead. So you destroy the Eccles and you get Eccles' effect, and then your monster's still there for another attack. And then the last 2 monsters, again, mostly for draw power. White Stone of Legends. The spells are mostly here for speeding the deck up, honestly. I have 3 Ravines and 1 Terraforming. Again, the Terraforming speeds up grabbing my field spells. The field spells, I discard a card and either send to the graveyard or add to my hand either send to my graveyard a dragon, or add to my hand a Dragunity, moment blank. And so that speeds the deck up for getting the monsters to do what you want. Then I have a lot of draw power. I've got, for draw power, 2 trade-ins, 2 cards of consonants, and then a Pot of Avarice, which lets me recycle my Dragunities and maybe a Synchro or an Exceed along with them, so I can reuse some of those, or I can put back in my Cyberdarks if necessary. I also have 1 Dragon Mastery. Monsters equipped with the Dragunity monster gain 500. It also has an effect that if I have a monster, say my Cyberdark monster was attacked last turn and the equip was destroyed, if I've got another Dragunity tuner, one of my Dragon tuners in my hand, or even if I wanted to use, say, a White Stone from my hand, I could equip it from my hand to the CyberDark monster and give it another equip card. I think that's right. Yeah, one dragon. Oh, it had dragunity, so if I had an extra heals or whatever's in my hand. But mostly it's the boost up 500. The CyberDarks, when they equip Ecclesiastes, they're at 18. So you give them the extra 500, that puts them at 23. That makes it a little bit more difficult to beat. Then I have some fusion ability. One Dragon's Mirror. Send out my 3 blue eyes for an ultimate. And then running the CyberDark, so 1 Overload Fusion and 1 CyberDark Impact, both to help me get out CyberDark Dragons. Then I have traps. Traps are kind of just to give me a little bit of extra time to work with here. I've got 2 Compulses, 2 Bottomlesses, and then since I do have some removal from my Dragon's Mirror and my Overload Fusion, I've got 1 Return from a Different Dimension. Like I said, the spells and traps aren't huge. The deck does rely primarily on the monsters. Then I have my side deck, or my extra deck I should say, not my side deck, my extra deck. For fusions, I have Blue Eyes, Ultimate, 2 CyberDark Dragons, and then to pull out my Cyber End, my Malefic Cyber Ends, I have 2 Cyber End Dragons to banish from my graveyard. For Exceeds, my Exceed count is pretty limited right now. Right now I'm trying out Thunder End Dragon in here. It may or may not stay. I've got 1 Queen Dragon Jin. Blue Eyes are in the graveyard. It's a good way to put the Blue Eyes back on the field. Only 1 Utopia. I've got 2 4s. Most of my monsters are 4s, but the Legionnaires are 3s. So I stuck in 1 Leviathan Dragon. That's it for Exceeds. For Synchros, my Synchros are technically incomplete for this side deck, or for this extra deck, because I don't really have the Vajrayanas or the Gale Dirge. I've got proxies in here for those. If I'm going to run the deck, I would run the Synchros that are behind them, which are 2 Iron Chains and an Ilcurus. I have 1 Ally of Justice Catastor for a 5, which of course Phalanx and Legionnaire go into 5. Usually if I do use Legionnaire, I want to pull a Ecclesiastes so I can use its effect for killing 2 cards on my opponent's side of the field, but sometimes that's not going to happen, and Catastor is almost as good, especially if they're not running a bunch of darks. And then I've got 2 8s. Of course, with Vajrayana, I can go straight from the 6 into the 8 if I wanted to. Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is another from the field monster card killer, and then Stop Some Destruction, Stardust Dragon. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts, ideas, comments, questions, feel free to post. Don't forget to like this, and thank you for watching.